Welcome back to First and Denton, ladies and gents. Week 9 is over. The end of the season is approaching, and teams are playing with the playoffs in mind. We had 2 games here over the weekend with the Ryan Raiders, who took on the Denton High Broncos, and then we had the Geyer Wildcats, who took on the Little Elm Lobos. First, we'll talk about the Ryan Raiders, who had a historical rival matchup against the Denton High Broncos. They call this one the Battle of the Volt. Not sure why it's called that, but it is, and I like it. Denton Ryan is coming into this one with a 2-game win streak after beating the Azle Hornets 62-26. The Broncos are heading into this one with a 5-game losing streak after losing a heartbreaker to the Fossil Ridge Panthers 40-42. Jay Lathon is in the stew to show us how it went down. What's up, Jay?
Yes, Seth. So this is supposed to be a rivalry, but it feels more like a David versus Goliath matchup. Let's see if the Broncos could shock the entire Denton County. We're going to start off here. This is Quinn Hennigan, who's going to find Connolly Cunningham, who's going to find his way to the end zone for a 10-yard touchdown score. It's already 13-0 Denton in the first quarter. Right here, this is more pressure by the Ryan Raiders as they're going to be a sack right there by Errol West. It's still 13-0. And right there, this is going to be Damari Ruth with a block punt, and he's going to take it 14 yards into the end zone. It's now 20-0 in favor of Ryan. And Quinn Hennigan, once again, is going to find the big man downfield. That is going to be Jose Melendez right there, and he's in there 46 yards out, 27-0 Ryan. Still in the second quarter, Quinn Hennigan isn't done. He's going to find another one of his favorite targets, as that's Braden Mussett just going up and getting it from 18 yards out. It's 35-0 now, and Nehemiah Warmate gets in on the action, as that's a 1-yard touchdown rush. It's now 42-0 in the second quarter. And once again, Hennigan is going to drop back, and he's going to chunk one up, and that is going to be Raymond Smith, 21 yards out. It's now 48-0. And they're not done yet, as they're going to put some of the backups in. This is Ron Tavian Brown from 4 yards out. It is now 55-0. And there's some sort of life, if any. It's going to be Terrence Lopez right here, as he's going to throw one up, and he's going to find Cole Sanders for a 31-yard gain. And this is going to be set up for the next play right here, as it's going to be Lopez. Once again, looking for a receiver. He's going to be flushed out of the pocket by the Raiders, and he's going to find the end zone. His name might as well be Terrence Gopez, as he's going to find the end zone. It's 55-7 in favor of Ryan. Ryan would go on to win this game 55-14, improving to 7-1 on the year. Ryan gave some of their backups some burn, and the Broncos dropped their 6th straight so far. Seth, who stuffed the stat sheet?
Yeah, man, another disappointing loss for the Denton High Broncos. Man, they are fiending for a win. Quinn Hennigan, though, ended up with 147 pass yards and 5 touchdown passes for the Ryan Raiders. And Nemo Warmate as well getting in on the action, 105 rush yards and a rushing touchdown, as well as Braden Mussett had 2 receiving touchdowns. On the other hand, Terrence Lopez for the Broncos had 145 pass yards, a touchdown pass, and an interception. Another tough game for the Broncos. Denton High will move on to play the Granbury Pirates at home later this week, while the Ryan Raiders go to the Brewer Bears. All right, next up we have the Geyer Wildcats, who took on the Little Elm Lobos. Geyer was coming into this one off a win from the Marcus Marauders 49-21, while the Lobos were coming off a brutal loss to the Hebron Hawks 0-49. Jay, how'd this one go down?
Seth, the Wildcats are looking to hold their stake in their competitive playoff district. Let's go to the highlights. It's going to start off here with Sterling Schneider receiving the handoff, and he's going to walk right into the end zone here, getting the Wildcats on the board from 3 yards out, 7-0. Max Reyes for the quarterback for Little Elm, and he's going to be smothered and swarmed by black jerseys, as they're going to get a key 3rd down sack here, keeping the Lobos at bay. Right here, this is DJ Black, and you're too small. He's going to truck his way in the end zone from 6 yards out, and they're now up 14-0. And Max Reyes, once again, feeling the pressure, and that's Caden Cobbs on his back. And on 3rd down, he gets another sack. Still 14-0 in the first. And right here, as Lil Elm looks to punt, we're going to have a bad snap. It goes over the head of the punter. He's going to dive on it, and they're going to be down inside of Lobos territory. And this is going to set up the play here, as Sperry's going to take a handoff and give it to Schneider once again, who walks right in there. That's 21-0 in favor of Geyer, still in the first. And Sterling Schneider here, he says he isn't done. He's in for a day right now as he's going to find daylight and turn on the afterburner. Sterling Schneider is going to slide into the end zone, making it 63 yards, making it 28-7 Geyer. And Kevin Sperry is going to drop back, and he's going to find that's Danny Jenkins right there. He's going to weave a defender, and walk right into the end zone, pouring it on here from 40 yards out. It's 35-7 Geyer. And right here, once again, the Geyer defense proving to be issues, as that's even Evan Salas with the interception down at the 32. And right here, once again, it's going to be Sperry throwing up. And now that is DJ Reese getting in on the fun from 18 yards out, making it 42-7 Geyer. And now we have Zephyr Kai to Jordan Wilson. And he's going to moss a defender right there. That's 43-yard touchdown pass, making it 49-14 in the fourth. And that would be enough for the Wildcats. They're going to win 49-27. Geyer now improves to 6-2, 4-1 in district. Seth, Sterling Schneider was a dude Friday night. Who else stood out for the Wildcats?
Yeah, Kevin Sperry, he stood out as well. 112 pass yards with 2 passing touchdowns. And then, like you said, Sterling Schneider had an absolute night. 112 rush yards and 4 rushing touchdowns. Dominant run game today. Looking good with the playoffs coming up. Next week, Geyer will travel to Louisville Farmers. All right, now these Geyer and rating teams, they're starting to really lock it in late in the season. You could tell they've got high hopes for the playoffs coming up, man.
Agreed, Seth. These teams are starting to come down the final stretch, and they got their eyes aimed at Jerry World for the state title.
Yes, sir. All right, that does it here for us on First and Denton. Thank you for watching. I'm Seth Wickman.
And I'm Jay Lathon. Make sure to subscribe, and we'll see you next week.